go over to KCRA3 meteorologist Dirk Verdorn. He is in for Tamara this hour with what we expect weather-wise.
Yeah, we're expecting a nice day today. It's a cool start this morning with clear skies and light winds. Flags not really moving at all here at our Sutter Health Park sky camera, but the Tower Bridge is all lit up and our skies are clear with stars and a few planets up there. We have sunny skies expected through the day today and still a light north breeze. We're talking 5 to 10 miles per hour as opposed to the 10 to 20 that we saw yesterday. We had gusts up over 25 miles per hour coming from the north yesterday. Warmer temperatures are expected. So as we get those sunny skies, they'll continue to warm things into the upper 70s, close to 80 degrees this afternoon. Right now, though, off to a cool start. Look at 48 degrees currently in Fairfield. Temperatures ranging in the mid to low 50s up and down the valley. 55 degrees in Auburn and Placerville, and temperatures in the mid 20s for Truckee and Lake Tahoe. We're 14 degrees cooler than we were yesterday in Truckee and Lake Tahoe. That's what happens when you get those skies clearing out. And temperatures a little bit cooler in the valley, even anywhere from 1 to 5 degrees cooler. So that's our morning trend. We do have that north wind anywhere from 3 to 10 miles per hour. So again, not very strong, and it's going to stay on the light side as we go through the day today. And temperatures will be warming by noontime, 71, by 2 o'clock, 76 degrees, and by 4 o'clock, we should reach our peak temperature in downtown Sacramento of 78 degrees. There's your weather. Now here's Brian with traffic.
Good morning, Dirk. Checking in on West Sacramento right now. We are in along the Highway 50 corridor at Harbor Boulevard there, and you can see traffic's light enough that we don't have any delays. Everyone's just kind of cruising along, doing their own thing. And that's going to be the case all the way in from Folsom into downtown, Interstate 80, Roseville, coming on down through the Cap City Freeway or over the top. No problems to report on that stretch. A little bit of swing right here. As you can see, northbound 99 right at the transition to Highway 50. So that's bumping up that travel time on 50 just a bit, but the rest of the corridor, 99, the rest of the corridor looking good there. No problems on 5 through Stockton. 99 just a little slow southbound, but no incidents there. Not sure what's causing that red on the map. And westbound Highway 4 looking good there. 99 out of Modesto into Manteca, 15-minute ride. Westbound 205, 25 minutes there. And 580, 26-minute ride. And as we check in on those travel times here for Sacramento, you can see pretty much everything's running at the speed limit. I'll let you know if that changes. Back to you guys.
All right, Brian, thank you. New this morning, a Sacramento County family has a major mess to clean up after a car violently barreled right into their home. Happened around 2:45 this morning on Arden Way in the Arden Arcade area. KCRA3's Melanie Wingo has been out there all morning with a look at that substantial damage, Melanie.
Extensive damage to the garage area of this home, and we are here as a contract crew is got the saws buzzing and the nail gun popping this morning, and they are trying to shore up this unstable garage after a car plowed through it. We want to show you some video from a little bit earlier this morning when we first got out here, and that's when they were towing the cars out of the garage. And basically what happened is a Toyota Prius slammed into the garage portion of this home and hit the car that was in here already that belongs to the people who live here. So this morning they heard a loud boom. The person who lives here came out. He saw a guy get out of that Toyota Prius, seemingly very disoriented at the time. He called 911 and described for us, once things sort of calmed down, what all happened this morning. Take a listen.
My car was bumper carred through the garage. He hit the garage door, went straight through the garage door, hit my car, and pushed my car straight through the back of the garage into the back patio where all of my wife's plants are. So there's a lot of damage back there.
Yeah, a lot of damage back there that you can see on the other side of this garage. There was a wall there, but now you can see there's just a hole and a lot of damage to the garage itself. We are right where all of this is happening. They're trying to get things boarded up and secure so this thing doesn't collapse. So a lot of work still happening out here as these contract crews are in, trying to make sure that they get things solidified so that people can kind of come in and out to their home, which is right over here. A lot of activity happening. CHP telling us that the driver who plowed through here is being cited with DUI. That person is now in the hospital being treated for injuries related to the crash. Reporting live in Sacramento County, Melanie Wingo, KCRA 3 News.
Melanie, thank you. And police have detained a person they believe shot a man in downtown Sacramento. Police were called out to a shooting that happened near 8th and J Streets at around 6:45 last night. They got there and they found a man who had been shot. He was taken to the hospital to what police are describing as non-life-threatening injuries. Officers searched the area, then they spotted the possible suspect. KCRA 3 was there as officers detained a man they believe was the shooter. This all happened near 5th and I Streets, just a few blocks away from that shooting scene. His identity, by the way, has not been released. A Southern California mother is pleading for help. Her son and his friend are missing after they attended the Aftershock Music Festival in Sacramento over the weekend. Jacob Clark and his friend Anthony Acosta drove from Riverside County to Sacramento. They were supposed to be back on Monday. They were last seen entering southbound I-5 in a black Ford pickup truck. Jacob's mother says that he has never disappeared like this, and the last time the two spoke was on Saturday. She filed a missing persons report with Sacramento police. Officers say that they have contacted local hospitals, and at this point they have not been able to find Jacob.
My biggest fear is that, the worst case scenario is that I'm going to get a call that he's like at a coroner's office or something. So to still not have any information is really stressful and scary. And yeah, I'm just trying to be positive and hopeful that he's okay.
And the producers of the Aftershock Festival say they are working with the families and police during this investigation. The license plate for the truck that they were traveling in is 0607 3M3. If you have any information, you're asked to call the Sacramento police.
It has been 22 years since he died, but the family of a Sacramento County man is still pushing for justice. Loved ones of Alan Oliveira gathered last night at the State Indian Museum on anniversary of his death. His parents found him dead in his South Sacramento home. Cultural items were destroyed or missing. His nephew said they were hopeful a break in the case would close it.
We need closure. I mean, I don't know how many other ways I could say it. I know everyone's saying that, why do you keep doing this? And if it was your family member, I hope you do the same, because this is something that we shouldn't have to do. We should come together on this day and celebrate him and not worry about the person still out there.
We have not heard back from the Sacramento County Sheriff's Office for an update. Families say there is a $50,000 reward for information leading to an arrest in the case.
Hamas war.
And this morning, the Biden administration stepping up its diplomatic and military support for Israel. And the number of Americans killed has grown this morning. Also this morning, Palestinians have lined up outside bakeries and grocery stores in Gaza as a power outage has plunged the territory into darkness, and Israel launching new airstrikes as it prepares for a possible ground invasion. Today, Antony Blinken confirms at least 25 Americans are now counted among the dead in this conflict. As the White House confirms Hamas is holding a handful of Americans hostage, Secretary of State Blinken arrived in Israel. He's there to condemn the attacks and offer support and solidarity. President Biden and the second gentleman, who is Jewish, spoke during a meeting of Jewish community leaders Wednesday night. The president again condemned Hamas's attack.
This attack was a campaign of pure cruelty, not just hate, but pure cruelty against the Jewish people.
A president is sending hostage experts to help free captured Americans and deployed a second aircraft carrier to the eastern Mediterranean to deter other countries from becoming involved in this conflict.
So for more on the possible ground invasion by Israeli troops, let's go check in with Richard Engel now. This is what he has for the Today Show today.
Israeli troops are pounding the Gaza Strip more intensely than ever before in response to Hamas terrorist attacks that left at least 1,300 Israelis dead. And this could be just the start. Israeli troops are preparing for a ground offensive that will be dangerous for the soldiers and could be devastating for the people of Gaza. I'll have more coming up on the Today Show.
And we will continue to follow developments in Gaza and Israel around the clock on the KCRA app. Make sure you activate your alert so that you know when something big happens.
Developing news out of Hollywood this morning and late last night, talks between the Actors Union and studios were suspended. It means one of California's biggest industries remains at a standstill. The Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers released a statement saying, in part, after meaningful conversations, it is clear that the gap between the association and union is too great, and conversations are no longer moving us in a productive direction. Also, just after midnight, SAG-AFTRA, the union, put out their own statement saying, in part, it is with profound disappointment that we report the industry CEOs have walked away from the bargaining table after refusing to counter our latest offer. In their statement, the studio said they walked away from the talks after seeing the actors' most recent proposal yesterday. They said it would cost companies an additional $800 million a year, but the Actors Guild said that figure was grossly overestimated. Actors had been striking over issues involving increases in pay from streams and artificial intelligence.
This morning, someone in Southern California is waking up maybe to a new life after hitting the jackpot on the nearly $2 billion Powerball drawing.
Now, this liquor store in this tiny community of Frazier Park sold the winning ticket. So this is also good news for the owner.
Yeah.
This is in Southern California. It's right before the Grapevine. That lucky winner has the option of a cash payout worth more than $700 million or get the yearly payments. It was the second largest jackpot in U.S. history.
Every day people come in every day and buy their tickets, like going to church. You know, it's crazy. This is crazy. Somebody called and said, "Oh my God, you guys sold the winning ticket." I'm like, okay, great. And then somebody else calls, "Are you guys the store that sold the winning ticket?" I'm like, oh man, this is nuts. This is crazy.
So here are the winning numbers. If you happen to be in Frazier Park, run to get your wallet. 22, 24, 40, 52, 64, the Powerball 10. There were 2 tickets that won in California, matching 5 of those numbers. Those were sold in Santa Clara and Monterey Park. Now, the prize amount for each of those tickets, $760,000.